we go. 1, 2, and 3. And one more smile there. And then for Zach. Mark right here. One more right here.
Yeah, I mean, this was a story that I think I've felt most passionately about anything that I've ever been a part of and written before, and I felt like, you know, even before Jonathan Haidt showed up and started talking about what is happening to our kids with this technology, this felt important, and there's a need to tell this. So I think the major difference is when everybody in town passed on it and said, we love it, the writing's beautiful, nobody's making TV like this, we want to see Game of Thrones, we just risked everything, and we paid for this ourselves. It's way more expensive than anything we've ever made, and it was so scary, but we just felt compelled.
The internet's great, but I think we're in this new age of people my age and younger. We kind of want to get away from that and start our own new generation of thoughts and ideas. And I think shows like Penelope really push us to think more and do more and feel more outside of our comfort zone than maybe like generations before us.
And one more smile there. And then for Zach.
It really was a bit of a speculative venture. We didn't know whether or not a lot of the things we were going to try would work, especially not using music and using the real-time format in a very cloistered environment. The fact that it worked so well and that people have really responded to it is validating and surprising. And being invited tonight is incredible. You know, it's a dream come true. I've already reaped the benefits of this job in a lot of ways just because the experience was so satisfying. But getting to come out and take a bow on behalf of my colleagues and the crew for the work that we did together feels really good.
Working on a show like this, I felt that I had to be, as the character, so opened up to what was going on with the patients in my acting that it actually opened me up a lot to people in the world, feeling like, oh, I don't know what people are going through. You realize when you work in a pretend ER even, it's constant people in trauma, and you're constantly having to, you know, feel for them and pay attention to them and care for them, that it made me realize out in the world that I don't know what people are going through, and I could be a little softer with people, a little more compassionate, a little more patient.
The mere fact that because of our show, the state of Pennsylvania was able to go back, look at its own records around education, and the High Court says something is definitely wrong with how we choose to educate or not educate the children in our state. And that was because of what people were looking at and seeing on Abbott Elementary. The fact that we've got reading programs and book companies coming and saying, like Scholastic, saying, we've got to get these children to read more and read better. There's no reason why we should have high school students who cannot read in America. We must be greater, and we must do it for our children.
And then right here, here we go. Everyone right here. Right here. Everyone right here, yeah.
And we had an overall objective, and that was to try and create conversation, but conversation more with the parents and their children. Hannah, my wife, who's wonderful, and she's an executive producer as well, and what she said right at the very beginning, we have an opportunity to come into the rooms of people, but show them to go into their children's bedrooms and create the conversation, because that was something that Eddie didn't do. But as an audience, we have the opportunity to knock on that bedroom door and find out what's going on in their heads. You know what I mean?
What are you up to next?
I'm going to take the summer off with my wife and my kids. I go out to Long Island and have a good time. Not really worried about work. I've worried about work for 40 years. I don't want to think about it for a couple of months.
Back retirement kind of deal.
I want to be with my wife and my kids. I mean, if I work, great. I'm not like neurotic about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough right now. Putting movies together, it's tough.
You just gotta watch it. Then you'll find it. You're never gonna be let down for the whole episode.
여러분들이 많은 예상도 하시고 많은 가설도 만들어서 밈으로 만들어 주시지만은 시즌 3는 여러분들 상상 이상의 내용과 결말이 기다리고 있을 겁니다.
I know that all of you out there are making your own fan theories, you're making memes about it, you have your own guesses, but whatever it is, it's going to exceed that. It will not be disappointing.
Oh my God, it was so fun. But when I read these lines, I'm like, this is a meme, the meme performance. These are some really incredible lines. And to create this character in this strong way, it just brought me so much joy. I was really nervous because I made some really bold choices. So it was a relief that people enjoyed it and laughed at it. And to see people bring it home with them and to like make art out of it, this is it. So now this award has that for me, and it makes me so happy.